Hello. Welcome to my thoughts for the week. What have I been playing this week? Not a lot, honestly. Not as much as I would have wanted. The big one that I've been playing this week is Final Fantasy XIV Online. I'm enjoying that quite a bit. The main story quest, or the MSQ as it's called, is I like that. It makes the game have a solid story or structure to it. Like in WoW, I couldn't tell you what was happening in most expansions specifically. Like I know the general gist, I guess, for a lot of them, but it just wasn't, it's not quite the same. In this one, I actually have something I'm going through. I guess the easiest way is imagine a Final Fantasy game, but with MMO combat. I like it. It's fun. I like being able to switch classes. I mean, there are some downer points to the MSQ, the main story quest, because it likes to bounce you around a lot sometimes. And to get to all the places, the easiest way is to teleport. And if you're teleporting, it's almost no big deal. But I feel like the game almost tries to, in the beginning, discourage you from it. Because in the beginning, you're kind of going around, and you're like, oh, I'll just teleport back. And it'll be 300 monies, right? 300 gil. And you'll only have like 1,000, 2,000 gil. Something like that. And you're like, oh, wow, this is going to take a significant chunk. If I teleport there, then teleport back. That's like a quarter of my money. So I feel like new players might just try to run everywhere. And then it starts getting bad later into the game because there'll be like 3, 4, 5 times in a row where they just bounce you all over the map. And a new player might not think to go back and look at the teleport system. Because by that time, the cost probably isn't anything to them. But it's that early game that kind of like got hit into you that I think isn't the best. I'm not saying that it should be free. I'm just saying it might create a bad habit that discourages people from playing. Because there's a point in time where like a quest might take me half an hour just because I was bouncing between back and forth people. And I forgot that I could afford the teleports now. So besides that little issue, besides that, which I think could maybe be addressed somehow, maybe. It's fine. The rest of the game's great so far. I'm still in A Realm Reborn, and I'm getting close to the end. I'll probably finish that up this week, and depending on how the expansions go, maybe 1 or 2 of those. I don't know how much faster they are. I assume they're shorter, but we'll see. So yeah, I'm enjoying that quite a bit, and I'm playing it over on my stream. Okay, then I played Bermuda, which I was going to make a video about, but I couldn't get the software recording, or the recording software to grab it for some reason. And then the game just ended up being just an hour long, so I didn't bother. It's not the best. It's just like a little visual novel with maybe gameplay, if you'd call it that. Like stealth, kind of. Barely. The story's not very good. The characters aren't very good. Like, it's an okay base if this was like a pitch and this was like the basic loose storyboard and it was longer, it could have been fine, but so many of the elements were so rushed that I don't know if it was so rushed. It seemed forced. They would ping pong so quick. It would go, oh no, bad guys. Oh no, we need to work together. Kind of. Or, I hate you. Oh, I forgive you. And it happened so quick. And the voice acting is just, it sounds like they have okay mics, but it's very dead delivery. And it's also kind of funny because the main guy, whoever you are, is is very religious. And there's like the aliens that he's talking to, which is the plot, by the way. It happens within like a minute into your playing. You get abducted by ocean aliens. And I feel like I just told you 75% of the plot right there, almost. At least half. And for some reason, they kind of get along super duper fast. Even though your group of humans hates them, you guys like have friendly conversations here and there or make silly banter. Like there's like the murderous captain of the aliens. And like your character will be like, oh, you're reading a novel? A romance novel? I didn't expect that out of you. And she's like, shut up, I'll kill you. And your character's just like, ha ha, wow, she sure is sensitive about that. And it's like, what? You guys are trying to make this plot kind of serious, and then you have these silly, weird tangent, little like side conversations. I think they're really called side conversations, which don't make sense most of the game when you can do them. Because at the end of every chapter, you can do a little conversation with people, and it does not fit in the pacing of the story at all. It's like, why am I talking to you right now when we were just captured? Why am I like interacting with you? But your main, I don't know if I feel like I skipped around a bit. The main character is super religious, and he'll just like go up to the aliens and like something will happen, and he'll just be like, God has a plan, don't worry. And then like the aliens will like specifically go, I don't believe in your God, but thank you. And it's just a really weird interaction. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't think I could recommend it at all. Then I played something called I Hope, which it feels like it's a student project or something. It's a complete game, which is impressive. It's about 2 hours long, maybe 3. It feels better to control than it looks like it would. The combat's nothing to really speak of. The bosses are just whatever. But it was actually fine. Like I could have been spending my time doing something better, but I didn't regret like going through it and beating it. It was a nice little go. It felt like, again, almost like the Bermuda thing. It almost felt like a tech demo. That's why I wonder, or not a tech demo, but a proof of concept, which is why I almost think it was like a student project that they made and it was okay enough to try to sell. With Bermuda and I Hope, these are both games I just got in like a Humble Bundle or something that I've been like deciding to go through and see how good they are or not good. And so far, one was a waste of time. Like I said, Bermuda, less than an hour. You could stretch it to 2 if you listen to all the voice acting instead of reading yourself, but I wouldn't recommend it. And then I Hope was decent. I don't know how much I Hope was, but I know Bermuda was like $3, and unfortunately, I don't think it's worth that. So yeah, the only other thing is I played a little bit of Street Fighter again, which I always wanted to get into a fighting game, and I'm trying, so we'll see how that goes. And that's it. Consider leaving a comment or subscribing and all that good stuff. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.